Right time to film them doing it. Well, there's a little thing there. What is that? Space program. Little missiles here. Some aerospace. Little repro there. The kids will like that. Actually, a great city. They have so many things like this that people can do and see. You know, if you're going to run a city, you've got to have these little venues for people to want to stay there. Well, let's go see Barnes Jewish here. So interesting. There's a Christian hospital involved too. It's called BJC Healthcare, and it says it right up there on the building. I don't think you can see it from the camera here, but let's see, there it is over there. To get over there a little bit closer, I don't know if we can see that or not. It's pretty far away. What's this? Yield to PEDs. What's a PED? Is that something that you eat? There it is, Barnes Jewish Hospital. Yeah, baby. It says BJ Healthcare, BJC Healthcare. But they don't spell out what the C stands for. You think they don't like Christians or something? Who knows? Who knows? There it is. Barnes Jewish. But at the top there, where it says BJC, they forgot to put Christian on it. I think these people are racists. That's what I think. They don't want to mention Christ or Christmas or Christian, even on a hospital. But they got their name up there. Yep. Barnes Jewish Christian. And Barnes was Jewish. We'd think that this was a Jewish nation here. I must be inside Tel Aviv here. I could have sworn I was in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, if it wasn't so late, I'd go out and sit on some Jewish, some little Jewish, what do you call it, chairs out in the park. It's interesting, there's a Zionist name on every park bench. I have yet to see one that had a Christian name. It has things like Weintraub and Rosenblatt and stuff like that. But you won't see too many Goyim names on there. I don't know. People say I shouldn't notice these things, and I want to drive myself crazy looking at these things and making note of it, but I think, well, if things are wrong, if people are screwing over one race like they are, well, that's racism. And it kind of bothers me. So I tend to look at it, and I talk about it a lot, too. And people look at me like, ooh, what's wrong with you? You're talking against the great God people. Well, tell you what, I don't really believe that. If you believe that, that's fine. Tell God to call me on the phone, and we'll discuss that. And I'll say, hey, God, you know this Zionist supremacist thing here in America? That they're better than we are? Tell me it ain't true, God. What's it all about, huh, baby? Come on, dog, tell me. Come on, dog. You ain't that way. Tell me you're not like that. Tell me you're not a racist. And I'd be hoping that God would be telling me, no, I'm not a racist. They made it up. They made it up. They've slandered me. They've slandered my name and my image. Yeah. It's probably what they did. But when you mention it, they call you a bad name. I've been called a bad name so much that I don't remember my own name much anymore. I should be able to remember it, but I'll have to call someone and ask them, who am I? Am I an anti-Semite? Is that what I am? I thought I had a name before, but people aren't calling me by that name. Come on, somebody help me out here. Well, we're in the central West End here. How nice. Yeah, it's about as Zionist as it gets in here, man. These are real expensive places. And of course, the College of Pharmacy is here. Half the pharmacists in America are graduated from right here. Of course, I've never known these Zionists to become pharmacists. It's got to be all Goyim. Actually, the way you look at it today, it looks like it's all Chinese out down here. A lot of Chinese pharmacists. Nice looking people, good kids. And the Jewish kids are good kids too. But you just can't help but notice that that's what's going on. And I don't know, I was a European. I know that's old hat. People don't like Europeans anymore. And I can't blame them. We started all these world wars and spent all this money and made nuclear bombs and bombed Orientals with them. And we've screwed a lot of people over. Yep. Really screwed a lot of people over. And all these folks are sitting out here eating strawberries and ice cream while people are starving to death. Starving to death in lots of places in the world while these fat Americans are sitting here stuffing their faces with a bunch of friggin' food, enjoying themselves. Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. It's not their fault that everybody's being killed, but if someone's making money off of this and it's filtering down to them, then they're benefiting from it. And that means that every little spoonful of Haagen-Dazs represents a lot of pain and suffering and death around the world. Do you ever think about that? Every time that you participate in the American opulence, you're participating in the death, dismemberment, and destruction of people and cultures all over the world that allowed you to have that opportunity. You are pond scum in many ways. So am I. These are things that we have to keep in mind. Yes, they are, absolutely. And we have to know where we're going and what we're responsible for. Because someday, these people all over the world who are moving here are going to take this country over, and they're going to come with rifles, and they're going to beat us up and kill us because of what we did to their relatives before they came here and after they came here. And in many ways, I'd have to agree that, well, kill us. We probably deserve it. We've been a whole bunch of jerky people. And we deserve to die. People who kill others, well, those people deserve to die, period. You may not like that idea, but it's the truth. You can't support a country that's a war nation, that's killed millions upon millions of people, and soaked them to death just for a little bit of money out of their treasuries. It probably wasn't even worth going over there, but the bankers made money off of it. And some of the industrialists were able to steal enough stuff from those little people over there and ship it out through the ports that they were able to make a nice dandy little profit. And some of the little objects of art that they created over there in the midst of their misery came over here and filtered through your hands. It might just be a little big pin that was made in Hong Kong or in some little Indonesian island where everybody's dying of whatever they're dying of.